Real estate isn't about houses. It's about people's stories. It's about understanding what matters most to someone and helping them find or create that special place.
Melinda has this incredible gift. She can walk into a home and immediately see how to maximize its potential.
John understands the heartbeat of DC like no one else. He intuitively matches people with neighborhoods, connecting them deeply to the places that genuinely feel like home.
Eric doesn't just see a house, he sees its potential. He'll research every detail and then break it down for his clients. Karen's superpower is her design sense. She knows exactly how to prepare a home for sale.
Because for every person we help,
Every space we help transform,
every door we open,
Every move counts.
Y'all feel good about it?
Yeah.
How did all this come together?
it started with Karen giving me a call, and John and Karen and Eric were looking at joining forces, and I'd been looking for years to find the right match for me, and I felt that they had very much the same goals, principles, and I guess just mission statement that I've had for many years.
It just always felt really a good natural fit. John was in the downtown in the district, and we were uptown in Bethesda Chevy Chase, and it just worked out really well, the collaboration.
Well, we went to Karen and Eric's house
Oh,
to
we
have
had dinner,
one
yes.
night, and we sat outside, and they entertained beautifully, and I love it as well. But we just laughed and enjoyed, and I sat there at that moment at the table, and I thought, you know, this is really going to be a good union.
The client is everything to us. I mean, this is a people business, and for many of us, these are our long-term friends. Some of those relationships will span 20, 30, 40 years. We take care of them. Sometimes it's family, sometimes they're dear friends. And when the time comes for us to do the next transaction, we really want to make sure that everything runs perfectly, because our reputation is everything.
I think it goes full circle when you start off with a business, and then at the end, they become your friends. I think that's the most gratifying.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the things that we all agreed on, I think, out of the gate, was that the client relationship does not end at the end of the transaction. It's really just the beginning of it.
And working with their children who were infants in the back seat when you sold them, and now they're old enough to buy a house. Like, full circle, so much fun.
You know, trust and honesty was like at the top of all of that. Obviously, work ethic is no small one. We all had that. And then there was a lot of things that we aligned on that, you know, the way that we would market, or the quality of marketing and the quality of things that we did, even if we're doing it slightly different ways or different systems, I think there's excitement there about how we can even do new things together. We all want.
And my mantra has always been, get out of judgment and into curiosity. I think that's so important. And that the way people do things that you've not done, well, I want to listen to that. Is there a way? I think in this business, continuing to learn, continuing to perfect, anyone that says they know it all and they're not learning, I think that's when things stall.
Well, we all like tequila, and that was it. And I think that was the common thread, was socializing and having a good end of the day talk and a success story.
It's about legacy. I want to go out of this business where, you know, you're sort of thought of as time goes on of being someone that helped people rise, and you had talked about that. And I think the hardest thing about a group coming together is the symbiosis of how we feel about how we approach business, and we all have different ways of doing things, but the bottom line is pretty much the same.
There's been sort of this immediate value just in like taking two or one other person with you that has the knowledge and showing up. I mean, people are actually shocked when more than one person walks through the door sometimes, because they really only expect a single agent. When you have a single agent that comes in and says, this is what I can do for you, it's so much different than when you have 2 or 3 people show up and say, we can do so much more together than we can individually, and there is so much power in numbers, and it really resonates. And as Melinda mentioned, they may relate to Eric better, or they may relate to me, so the dynamic really shifts. There's just a real at ease for them to understand it's not just one person, you have a full team. So I think that's my most exciting thing for this partnership, is just the ability for us to do more together than we can do on our own.
There's the trust there that we all have each other's back. So when we want to take that week off and really decompress, we're now in a position where we can really do that and then fully take care of our clients at the same time.
I mean, I think there's a lot actually, because when you're on your own, you don't have time to do all of these little things. It's impossible to do everything. So I think with a group, you can do so much more, especially if you have a larger marketing budget, when you have support staff. I mean, I know one of the things that I've been wanting to do forever is to really push the digital, the video and kind of constant video production stuff.
John is a superstar on camera. I mean, when he first came in, because we, a lot of us don't do videos because we're a bit more old school, but I saw a few of yours and I was like, oh my Lord, he's a natural. And showcasing houses.
We can do that. Thank you, I appreciate that. So that combination of kind of old school mailing and marketing, keep all of that, but then add in this new kind of digital video component, I think it's really going to go somewhere.
Real estate should be looked at as a game of inches. Sometimes it's the smallest detail that makes the biggest difference. And so when you have the level of experience, the level of scrutiny, the level of care, that the quality of the information that we give to the consumer is as valuable, as creative as possible, and they may ultimately be stimulated enough to buy the property.
One other thing about this group that I think is probably a superpower combined for this group, in my opinion, is that the attention to detail for the client prep, what we actually go in and try to do to these houses to get them ready for the market, I don't know if there's any other group that probably does what we would do. We cover from Montgomery County to downtown DC and even into Virginia. We're really all of the area. And we work for people that are buying their first-time homes, condos. And honestly, then those folks end up, life changes, they get married, they have kids, they move up, they buy another house. And so our clients become clients through different phases of their life. And so we will help them. Like Melinda mentioned, you're helping the kids of the people that you once helped probably buy their first home or buy their first condos. So that is, we're really here because every move does count, and we believe that we can help these people through the process. And our clients are not just clients, they're lifetime clients for us. There's nothing but benefit to our clients at this point with this collaboration, and it's going to take everything that we do and make it better. And that was one of the things that we talked about. If we're going to do this collectively, whatever we do has to be better than what we do individually. And so we've talked about that over and over again. And it seems to me like so far everything that we have done is higher or better or higher quality than what we've done individually. And I think it's going to continue that way.
And one of the other special pieces about this is that I think we all bring together a very unique skill sets. And I think they're all very different and they're all complementary. And so when you have that resource base to pull from, I think we can deal with any situation at an exceptional level, and that difference alone, I think, makes a huge difference for the consumer.
And I want to add on to that I often say to sellers when they say, why are you still doing this after all these years? And my answer always is, it's about job well done. I think when you become very good at what you do through years of experience, it's important to me that they leave happy and raving fans. I mean, that's the whole goal of why I'm in the business. Because if you don't enjoy it or make people happy, it's just not worthwhile.
I think that's something we all share. We enjoy making clients happy with the process and making sure that they feel good about it.